If you are like most people, you have come to see food as a type of reward. Maybe you work out all 5 days. And so on Friday, or maybe even you wait till Saturday, you get a big fat piece of cheesecake to reward yourself for working out all week. Or maybe you have some type of celebration. It always revolves around food. You go out to dinner, you have people over for food, whatever it is, food has become a type of reward and celebration. And for that matter, it's a host of other things. It is super cultural and involved in lots of different parts of our lives. But specifically today, I want to talk about how we have come to think of food as a reward and how we can change that if those food choices are not always the best for us. Today continues part of the self-care summer series that I am sharing from inside my Fit by Bit health coaching membership. I am bringing them to the masses to help us get through this summer to really break down what is self-care, how do we do it, what does it look like, what can it look like, all of the things. And before we get further into today's food topic, if you are new here, I am Coach Mack, the founding health coach of Running with Bacon, where I help women feel like themselves again via fitness, one small step at a time. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. If this video is helpful to you, please give it a like so I know to make more of them in the future. Subscribe to my channel and hit that bell to be notified every time I release a new video so you don't miss out. Like I was saying in the intro, most of us have come to associate food as some type of reward. We do something good, we celebrate by taking ourselves out to dinner, having a piece of cake, having whatever insert food is your go-to thing. It feels good. We want to reward ourselves, right? And I'll give you some credit that it is actually, there's research to back it up, that it helps promote that positive feedback loop. So we do something good, we reward ourselves with something that we want, and then we continue doing the something that's good. However, most of the time, the reward foods that we choose don't actually align with our goal. So my previous example of working out Monday through Friday, so then you get a big piece of cheesecake on Saturday, the reward of food, or of cheesecake specifically in this case, isn't really in alignment with your goal of working out all the time or each day, right? It's actually quite contrary to that goal. So it's actually way more helpful if we can find rewards that are in alignment with what our goals are. But in order to do that, we kind of have to change our relationship with food and thinking of it as a reward. And we can do this. We can actually control this. See, we don't just eat and drink things because of the way that they taste. Like I was saying, we have come to associate food with certain things. For example, think of at the beach. Nothing really sounds better than a Corona, right? Or what about at the movies? Popcorn's just a given, right? That's what you do at the movies. So there are all kinds of these associations that we have with food and rewards and celebrations and all of the good stuff that's associated with that food. It's not just the taste itself. Think back to when you were a kid and you were sick and maybe your grandma made you chicken soup. I bet that you can even picture it. You can feel the warm soup going down your throat, just making you feel so much better, and you feel so comforted and so loved, right? So you have this association of feeling comforted and loved and all those feel good feels just from this chicken soup. It's not just the taste. Do you see what I mean now? Because of that relationship with food, we have come to associate food with more things than just the taste. It has come to mean emotions. It has come to mean love and comfort. And so as you can see here, this topic goes way bigger than just food as a reward and food as celebrations. It can be if you use food as an emotional support to get things that you are missing out on in other areas of your life. Many people turn to food. We turn to food when we're bored. We turn to food for all kinds of things. But again, specifically in this case, I'm talking about foods as rewards, and we can change it by changing the association. Well, how do we do that? So we begin dissociating food from a reward and understanding that food itself is not a reward. It's not the food itself that we want to serve as the reward for healthy behaviors. So back to my previous example, if you work out all 5 days and you want to give yourself some type of reward, what about, I don't know, a massage? What about an hour of me time where you can just read and not have to take care of the kids or the house, or not have to cook dinner one night, something like that, so that it stays in alignment with the goal of taking really good care of yourself, rather than having the goal of taking really good care of yourself, working out all 5 days, and then having a piece of cheesecake that really kind of undoes some of the hard work that you did. Now, don't get me wrong, I love cheesecake, and there is nothing wrong with indulging in a piece of cheesecake every once in a while. However, when we are trying to build healthy habits into our life, if the only way that we are going to do it is by incentivizing ourselves with some type of food reward that undoes part of our progress, it's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. It's not a very good strategy. So instead, we make up our own food associations. Rather than having a marketing commercial, a Corona commercial, a Snoop Dogg on the beach telling us that we should want to drink Coronas on the beach, we can actually make up our own food associations. As an example of creating our own food associations, I have actually come to find out that I have one that's really strong. I wasn't even anticipating it. So when I make lunch of scrambled eggs with cheese, some bacon, and then some berries, all the berries I can eat basically, I know that I am going to feel freaking fantastic for the whole rest of the day. I'm going to have energy for my workout. I'm going to be focused for the rest of work. It's going to just be a really good day. And so I have come to associate that lunch with having a really good day. Even on days when I'm feeling super lazy and I don't want to cook, even though, mind you, it takes like 10 or 15 minutes to cook this, but there are ultimate lazy days, let me tell you. So even on those days when I don't want to cook it, those are probably the days that I need it the most, because I know it's in my brain now, it's associated that if I have this lunch, I am going to have a really good rest of the day. So we can begin to associate, say, like healthy foods with accomplishing a workout every day of the week. Maybe we, instead of having to make a salad, we order our favorite salad from the restaurant down the street that even puts the sliced up strawberries and the sliced almonds, and it's so good. And usually I have a hard time justifying the price of it, but as my reward, I'm going to get that. That is a new food association that you get to associate those 5 workouts with that salad. It's like your reward at the end of the journey, but it's one that's in alignment with the goal that you originally set out to accomplish. And in creating that new food association, you can then begin rewarding yourself for all types of healthy behaviors that you want when that reward is in alignment with the things that you are trying to accomplish. In that regard, the feeling good, the feeling accomplished, and feeling like I got even closer to my goals, that good feeling can become just as much the reward as the food itself. So like I said, when I have that lunch, that good feeling actually is a better feeling to me than the taste of the food, or even the taste of cheesecake if I wanted to have it. That good feeling is the association that I have with that lunch, and it is so much better than any sugary taste that I can put in my mouth. Just feeling that good all day is the reward. So I encourage you to examine your food associations. Just because they've been around forever, since childhood, doesn't mean that they have to stay that way. You can keep those memories, you can keep those positive emotions related to the person who made you the chicken soup. You can keep all of that without having to actually eat the food. It's not the food that you are craving in that moment. It's the memory of that person. It's the love, it's the comfort. And you can feel those things without the food.